Hey, what's up guys? It's Phil. As you may have guessed, we are not currently in my garage studio. We are, in fact, in my car. And we are in a parking garage, which is not a studio. So the reason that we're in my car is this. Check this out on my dashboard. That's where I keep my change. And every time I go around a sharp turn, the change slides out and goes flying all over the dashboard. Yep. And it is a real pain in the butt, especially because if I make a sudden stop, it all flies forward, and I'm afraid of it going up into those vents up there. So what I'm going to do, we're going to 3D scan this cup area after we take the change out, of course. And then I'm going to design something that fits in here and has little walls that come ever so slightly up so that any change that flips will either be blocked or just flip back into the middle. So let's get scanning. Okay, I got the change out and I have sprayed it with some 3D scanning spray. Of course, I opened all the doors so we don't have fumes in here. And now let's get scanning. Okay, so here we are in 3D code with my scan. And this is actually directly from the scanner. It looks pretty good. It doesn't really need any cleanup even, except I'll show you something in a minute. First, I want to mention the scanning you just watched me do. I made a dumb mistake and I forgot to increase my exposure. So what you saw in the video may not have looked that great. But immediately after I stopped recording, of course I realized my mistake, increased the exposure pretty high, and then was able to scan perfectly fine. That is, I was using the Revopoint Mini. So one problem is over here, and that's because I couldn't get the can of scanning spray into this area because the windshield is right here, and it was kind of getting in the way of this can. But that's okay, because I don't think I really need that. I can just manually put some polygons in there, because what I'm going to be doing is retopology on this. So let's move over to our retopo room. And I'm going to start drawing out some polygons. Okay, now that I've got the basic retopology done, let's come down to the bottom here. And I'll hit subdivide. So that should help fill in any areas that I didn't make absolutely perfect. And I'm going to grab my brush and smooth some of this out a little bit.
Just tapping. Okay, I think that'll work. Okay, then I can bring this into Lightwave 3D and finish it up. All right, here's the scan in Lightwave. There's our hole is there, but I've got our retopology mesh right here. Let's turn on the wires. Okay, and I'll put that mesh in the background, and we can see that it's not quite perfectly matching up. So I think I may need to tweak it a little bit. Yeah. Okay, that should be good. And just make a subdivide it, and freeze it. Alright, now I did notice the scan is rather large. The grid is about 20 feet or 50 feet across each square, so I'm going to have to scale this down to make sure it's the correct size. And then we can print it and test it in the car.
Alright, it's all done. This came out amazing. Look at this. I love how that looks. Let's see. Yeah, I just love that, especially how this pattern came out on the inside. That was totally unintentional, but it looks so cool. So this was printed on the Ender 3 V2 and using Matterhackers Quantum green raspberry color. And with the new WhamBam flex plate, this bottom came out amazing. You can see the layer lines, the print lines, but it feels super smooth. You can't feel anything. So I'm really thrilled. Let's put this up there and see how it fits. All right, here we go. Look at that. That is real nice. And it's ever so slightly loose, so hopefully it's not going to come flying out. But we've got some change. Here, I'll put some change in there. Okay, hopefully it won't be too noisy moving around. But it is a little bit loose, so I could make it a little bigger and print it again. But I think that looks great. Alright, so if you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. I'd love to see a comment below. Have you made any modifications to your cars with 3D printing? Please be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you next time.